Passport Software's webinar, Simplifying ACA Compliance and Tax Year 2016 Changes.
Welcome to our webinar. Again, Simplifying ACA Compliance and 2016 Changes. Robin is my co-presenter today. My name is Adam. I help design Passport's ACA Management Software. Please keep in mind that we are here to help you today, but we cannot give legal or accounting advice. Since you've joined us for this webinar, it probably means you experienced some of the ACA growing pains during the first year. If this is your first time going through it, we'll try to help prepare you for what's to come, and we'll touch on a few key stumbling blocks. We'll also go over the 2016 tax year changes, which will affect reporting starting in January 2017. At the end of the presentation, we will try to answer any questions you may have, so you can submit those by chat or Q&A at any point. So let's get started by reviewing the possible penalties. The first penalty, also referred to as the sledgehammer, occurs when a company does not offer qualifying coverage to at least 95% of its full-time employees. This can result in a $2,000 fine per full-time employee, even those who did have coverage. So if you offer insurance to 80 of your 100 full-timers, you can still get hit with a $200,000 penalty. The second penalty, or tack hammer, occurs when you fail to offer coverage to an eligible employee, and that person gets their own plan on the exchange and receives a premium tax credit. This is a $3,000 penalty, but is on a case-by-case basis and is also prorated only for the months of violation. So if you offer 99 of your 100 full-time employees health care, but forget to offer the 100th coverage until July, your total penalty for January through June would be just half the year, or $1,500. Note these figures will be adjusted for inflation each year. Finally, even if you decide just to pay any and all fines, that does not exempt you from reporting obligations. You still need to report this information for every full-timer, or you can be fined a separate $260 per form. Keep in mind that the employee also receives a copy, so that could double things, effectively to $520 per employee. So that sums up the repercussions. Penalties are levied after year-end reporting, but they're caused by not catching mistakes during the year. To tackle the Affordable Care Act, ideally you would want a complete compliance management solution, one that not only fulfills the reporting obligations, but lets you stay on top of things throughout the year. The biggest issue is determining which employees need insurance offers and when. Some employees may migrate between full and part-time as their hours fluctuate, so it's critical to accurately classify them and make timely offers of coverage. The IRS has some rules in how you measure these things. I won't get into the specifics in this webinar, but if you're not familiar with these rules, by all means message us and we'll either address it at the end or respond privately. The general idea is that you measure hours over an extended period of time of several months and then treat everyone as they were measured for an equally extended time. The goal being to avoid some employees constantly bouncing back and forth, gaining and losing insurance eligibility. After you know which of your employees are full-time, you need to make those offers. Those offers need to provide sufficient value, and you need to know that the premiums are considered affordable according to each employee's earnings. Offering coverage may be expensive, but it's not terribly difficult. What is difficult is recording the sea of dates, dependent information, premium amounts, employee contributions, and actual dates of coverage or refusal. Let's take a look at the 1095-C form for a moment. Every one of your full-time employees needs a copy for themselves, as well as a submission to the IRS on their behalf. You can see all the monthly boxes you need to fill out accurately. This is also a good time to discuss the 2016 tax year changes to the ACA. Line 14 of this form uses the IRS's Series 1 codes, and there are two new ones this year, 1J and 1K. These reflect conditional offers based on potential offers made by the spouse's employer. If we look at the latest 1094C form, we can see that on line 22, box B, which was used for qualifying offer method transition relief last year, is no longer available and is marked as reserved. These are the meat of the 2016 changes. There are a few other back-end changes to the electronic reporting structure, but nothing the user needs to be concerned with. I think this is a good time to show you some of the resources of our software and how Passport handles ACA management. This is the heart of our software. There is a sortable roster menu at the top, and then each employee has a screen like this. It displays basic information, but at the bottom you'll notice a resemblance to the 1095C. However, our interface greatly simplifies things for the user. You can start by using a template to generate these records with your own default values. You can create thousands in just seconds. I mentioned how it was simple. If you need to edit information, you can click in any month, change the value, and either hit Enter to just change that one month, or hit the F1 key to propagate that change for all remaining months. It makes it very easy to maintain. So using the information that comes from these records, the employee work hours, and the settings you choose, you can do lots of great things. I mentioned earlier how it was crucial to identify your full-time employees. With our software, you can run reports that not only show you who is full-time right now and needs coverage offers, but who is trending toward full-time, allowing you to adjust schedules if necessary. In this example report, we can see that Joel is just under that 130 hour per month threshold. So as we're scheduling for the coming months, we can keep that in mind. With that information, we can now go back to the employee record to adjust their full-time, part-time status, or these check boxes to note if an employee is insurance eligible or offered. Of course, you don't need to go through every employee record one by one. We have a report which will list just those eligible or offered based on your settings. So let's take a quick look at that. You can see that it gives you a compact view of the information, but also note that at the bottom of the report you have summary information. The key piece is that percentage of eligible who are offered. That will tell you if you are above or below the important 95% mark. Remember, falling below 95% triggers the sledgehammer penalty. Passport has other reports to help you analyze things like affordability or compare safe harbors. I do want to mention that it can also export reports to an Excel file. This is particularly useful if you have hundreds of employees and want to sort the results to find just those ones on the full-time cusp, for example. And finally, we have end-of-year reporting. Passport handles paper and electronic submissions. The software automatically takes care of consolidation for multiple companies. We also give you the opportunity to print validation copies of employee 1095Cs. These allow you to pre-check the data you will be sending to the IRS and don't require you to purchase the pre-printed forms. They print to plain paper. Okay, before we open it up for questions, I just want to reiterate that the Affordable Care Act requires year-round management. If you fail to offer timely insurance or if an offer isn't affordable, there's no way to correct it after the fact. You either prevent penalties or you pay them. Services who will only offer reporting aren't going to tell you about these things they don't do, so it's up to the businesses to prepare. Passport's Affordable Care Act Management Software helps companies successfully comply with the ACA guidelines and avoid serious penalties throughout the year. For more information or to arrange a demonstration, call Marty at 800-969-7900 extension 103. And with that, I'll turn it back over to Robin for some final words before we field your questions.
Thank you, Adam. At Passport, we consider ourselves a service company that happens to provide business management software. Our excellent customer service helps walk you through the process to ease the headache of managing ACA compliance, and we are IRS approved to submit on your behalf if you would wish us to do that. We are frequently asked what distinguishes Passport's ACA solution from others. Firstly, efficiency. With Passport, basic employee information, name, social security number, address, etc., can be imported from a spreadsheet, which most likely your payroll software or service most certainly provides, or you may maintain one of your own, and our ease of use. We provide a utility to generate every employee ACA record in seconds using a template. Hire and termination dates are automatically accounted for, and you only edit the ones that don't fit the standard. Also, ongoing in subsequent years, ACA preparation gets even easier. When the year-end filing is complete, automatically active employees' records are renewed for the new year. Editing only is required when someone's information changes. So there are substantial time-saving and work-saving features that our Passport solution offers. Many of our clients have described their previous experience with Affordable Care Act compliance and reporting as painful or a terrible headache. Not only is manual entry cumbersome, but hidden labor costs for manual ACA preparations eat away any savings. And outside services charge a monthly fee, yet require you to do the prep work. Passport can help you manage the Affordable Care Act compliance easily and efficiently without the high overhead, and will reduce the stress of ACA compliance. Our comprehensive ACA software handles the administrative burden for you.